Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had something that you're just so clear about, that you know it's meant to be true, that you believed in so much because you wanted it so bad? Well, I had a dream. It didn't start off that way, but I knew I was meant to fly. You see, I was at Fort Polk, Louisiana, where I was an Army wife and an assistant manager of a pizza place. And I just knew I was meant to do something more. I just knew it. But I didn't know what. So I talked to friends that were in the military, and I thought about joining, and I thought about how much more in common I would have with that starter husband, because he was in the military too. And one of them said, you know, being a helicopter pilot's really cool. A helicopter pilot. That just sounded really cool. And if I was going to join the military, I wanted the coolest job ever. So I drove to the flight line that day. And I remember standing with my fingers through the chain link fence, watching the helicopters on their concrete pads. And the chill ran up and down my spine as I knew that's what I was meant to do. I just knew it. So the next step was to go to the recruiter. And I go into the recruiter and he's like, I said, I want to fly. And he goes, you can't do that. Well, why not? Well, you need perfect eyesight. Yeah, I got that. You need perfect physical conditioning. I have it. You need a college degree. Yeah, I had that too. You need leadership. Yeah, I have it. Why can't I do this? And he starts sputtering and stuttering, and he goes, I don't know how to do the paperwork. And I looked at him and I said, well, we'll figure it out together. But yet everywhere I went, the flight doctor, you're wasting my time. Don't you know how hard it is to get into this program? What makes you think you can do this? The military entrance processing station, where I did my testing, you're wasting our time. What makes you think you can do this? Do you know how hard it is to get into this program? And I showed them all wrong when I got one of 2 slots in the entire nation. 1 of 2 slots. I knew that's where I was meant to be. So I go to basic training with everything I needed in my bag, including an Army officer guidebook. And then they make us dump everything out and go through it to make sure we don't have anything unsafe. And the drill sergeant sees my Army officer guide. Oh, that was not good. They smoked me. So, and if you don't know what smoking is in the military, it does not involve a cigarette. I was on the ground pushing until I was in muscle failure, and then I had my legs up in the air kicking until I was in muscle failure, and then they started over again, and again, and again. And when I stood up all sweaty and drippy, he looks at me, he goes, you're our new platoon leader. Great. But I finished basic training, and then I went to Warrant Officer Candidate School. And I finished Warrant Officer Candidate School, and I get to flight school, where I met Buck, who you've met in my story. And Buck, as we know, didn't believe women should fly, and tried to fail me because of his beliefs. When someone doesn't believe in you, that's their problem, not yours. You have to have enough belief in yourself to carry you through those times. And you can do that. It's nothing more than just the gut, just that iron will that you have to create in yourself to get through those really tough times. No one else gets to do that. You get to choose to do that. You choose to gut through it. You get to choose. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Ever. I believe in you.